Betway has partnered with Futballing Girls and other stakeholders to discuss the current state of women's sports in South Africa. Benjamin Leshoro, currently at the University of Johannesburg for us, and joins us now live. And Benji, there's been a whole lot of talk around women's sports now than there was perhaps before Banyana's crowning as African champions. What's happening there?
You're quite right, there has never been a single year in South African history that women's sport is in focus as it is now. Not only have Banyana made South Africa proud by being crowned African champions last year, but also in January this year, you'll remember we hosted the Women's T20 World Cup, and that's cricket, where the Momentum Proteas, or the female Proteas, went all the way to the final, losing there to Australia, unfortunately, but still a massive achievement for them that has catapulted South African cricket, women's cricket, to a whole new level. And then later this year, we'll also be hosting, you'll remember, the Netball World Cup at the International Convention Centre out in Cape Town. That is a massive one to grow women's netball in the country. And also, Banyana themselves will be heading to Australia and New Zealand, where they'll be playing in their second FIFA Women's World Cup. The first one was in France in 2019, and Desiree Ellis and her charges will be hoping that this time around they can, at the very least, qualify out of the group and into the knockout round. So, what's happening here? We are at the UJ Hockey Fields, Astro Hockey Fields this morning, where, as I said earlier, a conversation will be held on how to grow women, particularly in the administrative side of things. Not only do you want women to be playing the game, but what happens after that when they retire? Do they go and become coaches? Do they go and do something else? There's some who do punditry work after their playing days, but there's also a need for administrators in the female or on the female side of things, and that's exactly what's happening here this morning. And some of these ladies, 20 ladies, have been taken on a course, a 3-day course that is aimed at upskilling them in the administration side of things. And there will be a panel later on that will be discussing the state, as you say, of women's sport in South Africa, where we are, and importantly, where we're hoping to get in the future. And that panel will be comprising of some experienced campaigners on the side of women's sport. I see Munira Ramatula here. She's the founder and MD of Futballing Girls. She'll be here with us. Futballing Girls is partnering with Betway on this initiative. Nomsa Mahlangu is the Federation of Africa Sport University and Senior Director of Sport. There's Maria Kombring, Gauteng Sport Association for the Physically Disabled. She'll be here. Tumisi Kukune will be speaking to her in the next hour. She did play in that T20 World Cup with the Proteas women. And then there's Simnigi Wemtaka, who is a netball player for South Africa. So those are some of the people that we're expecting here to be talking the future of women's sport in South Africa, Ayanda.
Absolutely. Very important discussions that many people will agree are long overdue. Benji, we look forward to all of it. We'll touch base with you once again throughout the course of our time together. Live to us there from the University of Johannesburg.